content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. Mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Come on. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for what? Fortune and fame. Come on with it. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a soft holdout? The request for Nick Chubb and all of those things. Come on, baby, bring it. We right here and we ain't going anywhere. 5. The audio, put a 1 in the chat. Come on with it. What about now? What about now? Loud and clear. Come on with it. You guys are my EQs. Come on. Shout out to the EQs. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is better now. Come on. What about now? 5, 4. Is it distorted? Let me see what it. Let me see. Come on with it. Who's my trusted audio? You sound great. Appreciate you. Hold on. Let me see. Come on with it. Let's run it back. Is it better now? All right, it's fine. Let's go.
Come on now, come on.
And 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. All right, so don't get all scared and ready to move furniture around with the holdout situation, because there are soft holdouts, right? Meaning that, hey, practice is going on. I'll still be there. I'll let you know I'm here. I'll let you know I'm working out, but I'm going to be over here in the side of things, working the course on my own personal. That was mentioned by a beat reporter, right? That those are things that could arrive. Now, granted, we all know that the contract will get done. I don't like personally, I don't like soft holdouts, because you got to get yourself into football shape. And no matter how much drills you can run with someone else up the hills in the sands or doing independent work, to me, it's just something that throws off the psyche of said player, right? Now, other teams, you know, they can probably do those things and no one would bring it up. But when you are the Dallas Cowboys, every player got to be on the same page. If not, then it's a major headline, news line, storyline. And that's what Jerry Jones' bloodline is all about for your mind, because these are the things that Jerry, he plays football from the mindset of contracting, right? at the tender age of 83 or 84, 85 or 1,000, how old Jerry Jones is, he got his own ways and principles of handling things, right? So we look at all of those things. But when I'm looking at Micah Parsons, of course, he's in tip-top shape and he's in good spirits. But we just know that most of the contract deal is done, but they got to get some of the small framework done as far as the guarantees, the length of years, whole bunch of other stuff, right? Cowboy Nation. So appreciate everybody for jumping in. I'm glad that we got the audio sorted out and straight, right? Appreciate you all so much. All right, so the other storyline for today will be also the aspect of adding CHUBB into the mix, right? But before we go into all of those things, man, just to let you guys know where we got all of this at. And shout out to my guy Clarence Hill. And we talked a little bit about this the other day with my guy John Machota as well. But it states here, Pro Football Talk, Stephen Jones think ultimately we will get something done with Micah Parsons, all right? And then basically Clarence, he tweeted out this right here, and this was just yesterday. A handshake deal is already done, right? You spit in their hand, you shake it. Nah, they don't do that no more. Ain't this right, Toxic? But a handshake deal is done, right? Allegedly, right? Shout out to you, man. Jet Diner, I think that's how you say your name. I like glory hold outs. Okay. Beard Gang, DC4, Life, yeah, not for short, yeah. Hey, man, hey, just don't mess around with those glories nor the holes over there. All right, so Micah then in return put caps up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caps. Now, normally, if that was a shoe-in deal, then he wouldn't put caps out there. He would have put something like agreed or something like that, right? But Micah Parsons' stance changed since the last time we've been talking about these type of things, right? Because on one end, he got one of the brilliant, and I mean just that, the brilliancy of David Mulugeta. I mean, you got a guy that only played a spoonful of games like J.C. Horn, get one of the biggest contracts in DB world of all times, right? So you know for sure David Mulugeta, if you got somebody like Micah Parsons, who's by far is up there with the names as far as what he's eligible and able to do in his first few years, Reggie White, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you can't make this stuff up. So when you are up there with those boys, man, oh man, and they got the Cowboys, whole nation, man, we smoking, we drinking coffee. He got a little hand in that, man. Shoot, we depressed a little bit when we started talking about these type of things, And then you look at the monkey, man. God, dog, everybody depressed about it because. We don't want to see him traded, but other teams are pretty much wanting him to go. Yeah, to their team. Look how we look at Micah Parsons and Jerry since the handshake deal. That is by far the funniest face I've seen in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got the Velcro hair on the top. He got the ski mask. He can pull it down, or the beanie. You know what I mean? Yeah, so my thing is when we start to talk about these things with Micah Parsons, all right, so is this a situation and scenario that we all trying to partake in these cigarettes and the coffee with the Hennessy at the bottom of it, and we got to be real with ourselves. What do you want ultimately, Cowboy Nation? You don't want drama. You definitely don't want that. But at the end of the day, it's coming, regardless of how you look at it, regardless of how you chop it up, because that's just what the Cowboys do. Drama for your mama. And it's going to be at full face value. All right, so the other topic in the news of the conversations of the hours is the other guy that my guy Dez Bryant been speaking about, and it's by the name of Nick Chubb. All right, so my thing is, if the Cowboys want to push the needle and thread the needle, that's a better way to say it, for a different running back to be in the fold so that you don't have to lean on everything, then do that. Sir Lee, thank you so much for your super chat. Appreciate you. He says, I want Hall. Make a serious move at running back. Okay. All right. You want Hall? And do you want Hall or do you want Nick Chubb? Because Nick Chubb is free. And when healthy, and I'm gonna pull this up, and I'm not trying to stray you away from Brees Hall. But the last time Chubb was healthy was 2022. Who remember that, right? That's many a moons ago now. It's 2025. That's 3 years ago. He's been battered and bruised, and he's been pretty much a guy, I'm not going to say a shell of himself, but he's been a guy that's been consistently hurt. But I ain't going to even hold y'all against being hurt when you're playing for the Cleveland Browns. You're like, I'm going to check on up out of here, man. I'm tired of losing over there. I mean, you go to Cleveland to go basically to Siberia. Nobody really makes it out of Cleveland, right? Tim Couch days and all of those things, right? But when we look at Chubb, this is what you could get, right? 12 tubs, 5 yards per carry, 1,525 yards on the ground. All right. And then we start talking about explosive runs, 47 yards after contact, 3.48. Hell, we would love to just have that before the contact, right? But I get it. I understand, right? That's only if he's healthy. But if I poll you guys and I ask you guys, who were the offensive linemen for the Cleveland Browns, right? You fool around and you figure out and get Chubb in here, it's going to take you to a different level from a mindset aspect of it, right? LeBron made it out of law. LeBron did make it out. He made it out. He signed some blood ritual, went back, won a championship ring, and then dipped again. But shout out to LeBron James. LeBron James. Yeah. But, to think of this right here, right quickly, this is Chubb doing 575, and we already seen him jumping up out of the building. So strength is not a problem, right? Strength is not a problem, and we know that, right? So granted, he's only, if my memory served me correct, on the how can I say this? On Spot Rack, the Spot Rack, he's literally right at $3.3 million. And I'm quite sure that we can find some money in the couch, right, and get things going. Here's my thoughts on it. I think that the Cowboys, they love their draft pick. They love their guys, and we know that. I like Jadon Blue. I think that he's going to be a great piece for us, right? I like the idea that the Cowboys went and got a Javonte Williams. I think that he's going to have a turn of a corner for us, especially as it relates to the ability to run in between the splits and lower the helmet and all of this stuff. So with $3.3 million, right? I don't want us to revisit the Ezekiel Elijah Elliott thing, right? Of bringing in a veteran guy and you throwing him in front of other guys just because he's a veteran guy. But when I look at everything, I truly believe that we can find some $3.3 million in the couch. Jerry, shake Gene Jones, Charlotte Jones, Anderson Peoples, shake them all up and say, hey, kids, and wifey, hey, I need this, like people need air. Shark need water, fish need water, all of that stuff. Whale need water, even though they can't breathe underwater and all of this stuff, Where do whales sleep at, though, by the way? Y'all let me know where those killer whales, where they be sleeping at. But if we fool around and get somebody, and I know it's a long way from 2022 of him having a complete healthy season, right? Going through recovery, come back last season and only gave you a spoonful of deals there. What are you guys thinking? Seabass says, whatever happened to the Brees Hall rumor anyway? Rumor died down. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, Toxic Tom said they go check in at SeaWorld. That's where they go sleep at. Let me tell y'all something about rumors and rumor mills and all of those things. You could be having a conversation with someone, and you can be willing to sign the dotted line, but the NFL is cycling, meaning that even though you are willing to get something done, it takes 3 or more of these parties to get together. It takes you, your team, right? It takes the NFL to agree upon these certain things. They got to reread the contract, the arbitrations, agreements, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it takes the other party, right? So you got all of those things at play. Just like, for example, we look at contracts and everything could be said and done. I think one of the deals were a couple years back, Randy Gregory. Everything agreed upon contract, the days of the contract, the year, the length of the contract, but it was one little word stipulations of if he get fined and he lose guarantees money. And when you get to the last page and reading everything, in principle, they agreed upon it. But Jerry wasn't willing to budge and move off of it, right? And it created a crazy storyline of Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Randy Gregory can't get the deal done, etc. And it ended up being to our favor because Randy Gregory didn't pan out in Denverland, nor did he pan out for the 49ers, right? So sometimes, hey, in the hearts of hearts, deals do be done. But the language is within the confines of the contract. Yeah, spit in the hand, let's shake this deal done. Yeah, Micah Parsons, yeah, I got you all by myself, and we going to agree with this deal. Yes, and he tell Daddy Parsons, Brother Parsons, Mama Parsons, yeah, I'm finna be a Cowboy for life. Either I'm going to be incredibly smart or incredibly stupid. But did you check in with your agency? Nah, let me see what they talking about, and then they will say to themselves, hell nah, you can't sign that. What you mean I can't sign it? It's a 5-year deal, $190 million guaranteed, whatever it may be, whatever the contract was. I don't know the languages within the confines of the contract. All of those things could be said and done. Yeah, I'll play for that contract. But then when the lawyer reads over it, he said, hey, they got this clause in the contract. If you fool around and hit your pinky toe, all of the guarantees goes away. The other 9 toes, you can hit them, but if that damn pinky toe you get hit, oh my goodness, we'll take the money away from you. So that's how these things goes about, right? Yeah. Max, what's good with the super chat?
Max A. Millie, $10.
Hey, Millie.
With sup law, I got out monster in the middle. Look up Raekwon Davis, 6 feet, 7,320 Colts. Released him. His stats ain't great, but he can plug the middle and stop the run. Start the campaign.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my guy, Roll Tide, Raekwon Davis, 6'7", 320. Yeah, his stats are not good at all, impressive at all. Yeah, it's not impressive at all. Here's the thoughts of it. And I'm going to, right up under your super chat, I'm going to answer this one, too, for my guy, Brees versus Chubb. I love it, Here's the thing. And ooh, boy, boy, my goodness, Alfredo, he says Chubb is a progress stopper. 2 things can be true. 2 things can be true. Here's my thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, Raekwon Davis, he could be considered a progress stopper, or he can be a progress. Y'all get what I'm saying? Starter. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that, hey, I played in the league and he's only like 27, 28. He's not even old, right? Raekwon Davis. He can literally tell Mozzie and Jay Thoya, hey, this is what we can do when you're down inside. Us 3, we can go further. You can go fast by yourself, but we can go further. We got different mixtures of conversations of what we can do as far as exchanging and rushing through the A-gap. But what I can tell you from my veteran savviness is I can teach you a little bit here. You can take what you can and then you can rework your tools And now most sacks from the interior one techs comes in the late third, fourth quarters, right? Meaning that you bring in someone that can be better on your depths versus just leaning on the new brooms, right? New broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. Now, to piggyback off of what C. Bass is saying, Brees is better than CHUBB. Both guys been hurt, right? Brees is a whole lot younger than CHUBB. But here's the thing, CHUBB is for free. Brees, you got to give up something. You got to give up assets, capital. You got to make sure you can give up something. Maybe, just maybe, Jalen Tolbert have a hell of a training camp. And you say, okay, Jalen Tolbert plus, and I'm not trying to get rid of Jalen Tolbert for Brees Hall. You don't want to trade a healthy guy for a hurt asset, right, or for a hurt guy. But at some point, you're going to have to make a trade acquisition for Brees Hall versus just picking up the phone and or saying, hey, I got a cup of coffee. I got a cup of coffee for you, CHUBB. $3.3 million. We can give him we can give him veteran minimum contract, right? Nobody's beating the doors down for CHUBB, right? Tell him, hey, you're going to be playing back in the South. You're going to be, because he's from Georgia and all of those areas, you're going to be playing back in the South. You're going to be playing in the confines of the Cowboys. We don't need for you to give 20 snaps. We don't need for you to have 15. We need for you to probably be a starter from the get-go for 4 or 5 reps. Punish those, right? And then we'll insert in Javonte Williams. Then we will insert in a Jadon Blue. We're going to go after strength, and then we have that establishment down below. That's what I would look at it from here. Law, when I say the CHUBB is a progress stopper, this is from Alfredo. I mean, he would take much needed reps from the young running backs we currently got, Law. Yeah, but look at what you can possibly get from those reps. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a person that can give you these. None of those boys can, from what we know, is 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 yards per carry. Plus the ability to block. He's one of your better blockers on the team already. Jadon Blue can block pretty well, and as well as Sanders. He's not a good run blocker, right, or a pass pro blocker, all of those things. So you got to quantify all of those things. So I'm not saying that he can just come right onto the team and basically leapfrog everyone else. No, he can't just come here and leapfrog everybody. He will have to come to the fold and still compete. He still got to compete. The only problem is we should trust Javonte Williams, because Javonte Williams, Brees Hall, and CHUBB, they all in the same room. Recovery room, right? Coming off of injuries, right? And even though Javonte Williams had played last year, right, he will be a fully year removed from that injury now, right? Same with CHUBB. So you got to compete with that room as it relates to running backs. You do. But at the end of the day, shoot, I'm trying to better my best. Write this down. Put it into your mental mindset. It's better to have it and not. It's better to, as they say, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's all I'm saying. So write that down. And it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. The Eagles, and I'm only using them as an example. They still drafted Shipley, I believe, for the Eagles the year that they brought in Saquon Barkley. They had to be prepared for it because Saquon Barkley is no given that he was going to finish out the season, right? So they had to make sure that even though they brought in a guy that did phenomenal numbers for them, 2,000 yards, right? MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, supposedly all of those things. It was still a risk. And they checked in. Now, the odds, and I'm not wishing no ill will upon anyone, the odds are very slim for Saquon Barkley to go back-to-back years unhurt, or not hurt at all, or and I'm not wishing this, and I don't want people to think that I'm saying that, hey, we putting doggone injury hex on Saquon Barkley, but that's just for what it is. Just call me dumb. Appreciate you. Each state's here, but let the AI speak, because she gonna jump right in front of me.
Big Drew $5. What about Miles Sanders?
And then we're going to jump right over here. Just call me Dom. He says Hall is in a contract year. If we trade for draft stocks, first or second for him, then we have to re-sign between him and Pickens. If they do both, we have a good year. Right. So, and nobody, my only thing is, I'm not trying to re-sign a running back. No, I think that, the easiest transition from the from the college collegiates to the NFL is running backs. It's easy to transition from that to this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to re-sign Breece Hall if we do go get him, right? And I'm not trying to give the Jets draft capital either, I'm going to sit back and just pick up the free stuff. We done drafted 2 running backs already, right? That's how I look at it. Give me the free agent. Big Drew says, what about Miles Sanders? And it's a wait and see. It's the element of the unknown. Right? So all I'm telling you guys is that if a storm is going to come, right? And for sure that you don't have a poncho or umbrella, just be prepared. Pick up a poncho and an umbrella. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's what CHUBB will be. He'd be the poncho or the umbrella or the raincoat, versus just going out there and saying, all right, we cool. We got what we got. We fool around, get to week 1 of OTAs and training camps, and we will not see anything from these running backs. And guess what? Here's the craziest thing of it all. You can put a helmet and some pads on me. I would look good in OTAs. I would look good in training camp. Give me about 10. Give me about 15, 20 days. Give me 1 month. I'll be chiseled law. Give me 1 month of some good diet and all of this stuff in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? And I would look good with the helmet and pads on, And they was like, man, that dude with the beard coming out, man, he look good. Because you ain't hitting nobody. You ain't doing no crazy, funky assignments. This is really, everybody going to look good until preseason. Or until they put pads on and you can hit and bring them down to the ground. So that's the only problem, too. Blue Virus will look good. Put them, yeah. And then I'll be in the camp. Give me 22. I want Emmett. Happy birthday, Emmett, but give me 22. Yeah, I'll be coming for it all. Yeah, give me 8. I'll put 8 on. They'll be like, no, we don't hand out 8s. Give me 8. Give me 12. Yes, indeed. I would look better than Booth, though. At least, Dak on. Yeah. So that's the thing. So we're gonna have a lot of placebos, right? Y'all seen how when we seen Tiny Deuce Vaughn out there for that preseason game? Even the preseason game, Tiny Deuce Vaughn looked good, right? We was talking about, oh man, he looked like Barry Sanders. But that's just how it goes, man. But all I'm saying is that basically, when there's news, there's traction. Shout out to my guy, Vach Lombardi. He had a great post, a great thought about this when he was speaking to Brian Broaddus.
Are they done at 1 tick? Are they done at corner? Are they done at wide receiver 3? Something like that.
I think they're looking at June. I think they're looking at June 1s now.
Okay.
I think they're looking at June 1s. I think they're
Robert Simmons $5. It better to bring in J.K. Dobbin is out there and cheap looking for a home.
I mean, yeah, J.K. is another option, the Ohio State, bring him in if he's still available, and he had Rico's type of numbers, So, yeah, I like Dobbins too, but, he's another hurt guy. But hey, bring him in. You know, our Gina with the Jesus, our dog walk Booth right now, my damn self. Yeah, Booth right now watching this thing saying, I'm coming after all of y'all, but first and foremost, I'm coming out the law. You know,
We're trying to kind of say, okay, we're happy. I shouldn't say happy.
why that thing turned sideways?
Right now, we're good with the way the roster looks.
Flip it.
But
We'll hold
if,
on. We will hold on
if-
until
There you
more
go.
opportunities present themselves.
Yeah, I
That is
think
not
I
done.
think we very well could see what they did at defensive line last year. Remember how many times you and I were doing a show together and we talked about, well, they brought in this guy, they brought in this guy, they brought in this guy. I could see them kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But I could also see them looking at June 1 and saying, oh, wait a minute, this back became available. Oh, wait, this defensive tackle became available. Oh,
Yeah.
this. I don't think it's going out and signing anybody or trading for anybody right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody's on the street and they have money and they're able to kind of work with that agent,
Yeah.
sign a 1-year deal, that kind of thing, I could see that happening.
You know, Hankins was a late guy. You know, Carl Lawson was a
Yeah.
late guy. You know what I'm saying? So they'll do that. They'll do that for sure.
Yeah, I think.
Also, I get what he's saying. I get what both of them saying, like late guys, you know. And that can fit right into, all right, let's see, 'cause since we can't take people to the ground, since we can't really have two-a-days like they used to have back in the 80s and the 90s and early parts of 2000 before that last collective bargaining agreement, let's see what these guys can retain. You know, after this week, I think we're going to have 1 week of OTAs. It will be on Tuesday, so y'all get ready. Here's the thing. It's going to get into that long dry spell when it's going to be desolate, nothing, silence. It's going to be nothing. I mean, we're going to be looking for any little thing to talk about, right? Far as I'll probably go on vacation or something, you know, because it's going to be literally the dead period. That is the most troublesome era during all of football is from that the whole month of pretty much June is just like the dead period, right? And then everything kicks back up in July, maybe the 18 to 19-ish, right, when training camp and all of that stuff kicks off at Oxnard. But also, that will be the period of time in that dead area. When those boys come back, who retain the information? Who knows the playbook? Who's really serious? Who's been out there at the strip club? Who's been throwing them where them dollars at? Who's been racing folks? Who's been doing all of this crazy activity? Who gained weight? Who lost weight? Who had a new child, sidekicks and all of this stuff and chicks? It's going to be all of that. And I'm quite sure I'm not wishing this on any of the Cowboy players, right? You know, but there's always going to be one or two knuckleheads on this team. They get that fistful of money, and they get paid every Monday or Tuesday. This is how the NFL, they pay you every Monday or Tuesday. And these rookies, they getting this money, fistful of cash. Who's going to be disciplined enough, right, to stay the course? And that's what we're looking for. We ain't talking about Cavante KZ of driving down the wrong way, you know what I'm saying, in Plano. So all of this going to be, hey, the opportunity is going to be like this. Maybe down the stretch, pick up the phone. Hey, Dobbins, you still available? I got you. Hey, CHUBB, hey, we going to bring you in, you know. Yeah, all of those things. So we will see during this offseason who will be willing to stay clear of all of the troubles, and the Cowboys still could go get these type of things. And truth be said, the Cowboys are not done yet.
I think they're gonna. I mean, they kind of got to put themselves in a corner last year because of the defensive line and some of the injuries that happened along the way, and they had to really churn that. They had to churn that. And to their credit, you know, they got Carl Lawson played not bad for them. They got some guys to play well. Yeah, but you know, you don't want to. I just have a feeling if they're going to add somebody, it's going to be after June 1. If teams start releasing players because of cap reasons, I could see them being aggressive and trying to go get a guy or two.
So let me see if I can pull this up over the cap. And let's see. Said log into premium. Let me log into premium. Yeah. Log into the premium stuff. Yeah. Log into the premium. And then we're going to hit F5, start all the way over again. Come on with it. And let's see what they got here as far as over the cap. Because at the end of the day, what are y'all at? Come on, pull up. And no damn dog. Look at cap space. Cap space. Over the cap. Not Joshua Allen. There we go. Man, it took me 10 years to get there. All right, so the Cowboys are at $31 million. Cardinals at 32. Steelers at 34. Raiders at 36. Titans at 38. Lions at 42. San Francisco is at 42. And on top of that, yeah, everything isn't free. And Patriots at $67 million, right? So when we start looking at all of those things, the purchasing power with the most would be, of course, the Patriots and the Niners. And it's some strange reason the Niners always have money, man, and selectively aggressive. This is crazy. The 49ers, and how in the world the damn Lions have all of that money? $42 million? It's crazy. All right, so Niners, they got in a situation where they eventually got to pay Brock Purdy. If not, it's going to be crazy, right? Unless, who did the Niners draft? Did they draft a quarterback? But neither here nor there. There will be teams releasing some of their veteran players, right? Quarterback on a rookie deal. Well, that quarterback, he don't got much longer. Shoot, he got to pay him this year. So the Giants, they hovering around that they may have to release some people in June, right? Bills, they have to. Did they pay Cooks already? I don't know, but they got to hover around and do something. The Falcons, $5 million. So when them June 1s come, some of these teams at the bottom end start looking at their running backs. But what I encourage you guys to do is bump all of that. Start looking at the defensive tackles and cornerbacks. If these teams got to stay afloat, by that time, they're going to probably release some veteran cornerbacks and DBs or what have you, or defensive tackles. So we're looking at from the Rams all the way down, or the Colts all the way down, start looking up their veterans, right? D-Shift says they haven't paid Purdy yet. Yep, they haven't paid him yet. And this is the thing. It's not going to be talked about like the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was Dak Prescott, they'd be talking about this every day. All right, so my guy, Louis, he got a good take on this. Lou Take's got a good take on his CHUBB situation, and I'm going to play this right quick so that you guys can understand his take of it all. And, hey, put my chat back up. Here we go. And we're going to go over this on everything, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to it.
When the weather turns cold, finesse dies, and you win with power. Nick Chubb is that power. Nick Chubb will bring a power element that we are needing for our new and improved run game. We have already improved the offensive line greatly, and it's missing that link in the backfield. The backfield currently constructed is missing that real and true hammer in the backfield and somebody to lead them off. Nick Chubb is the perfect back for that. We are going to need him when the weather gets colder and the stakes get higher, Cowboy Nation. Let's go for it all. Comment a snowflake if you want a snowplow for the playoffs and not a scat back. And remember,
and winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Put a snowflake in there. All right, if you want Chubb to be here, the plowman, you know. All right. Let me ask y'all that for those who do all of those heavy lifting and weights and all of that stuff, you know, what happens if that damn bar, can that bar snap? What would happen? Like, do that piece can come and decapitate him, take his chin off and face off? Y'all let me know, or take the back of his head off. Like when when you doing that and that damn bar is like that perfect arch right there, like I think that's almost counterproductive in my opinion, you know. God dog. That bar is on a bend. Do y'all see what I'm talking about, right? You know, that look. Lord, me and Chubb the same height, but we ain't the same weight and strength. But I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't want to lift that much weight. I'd be scared my sternum, my spleen, and all of my back and all of that stuff is flexible. It don't snap. Okay, good. No shot at the bar to break. There's no shot that bar breaks. You know, okay, good. All of the weightlifters in the chat, you know, I know y'all know. Y'all be knowing. Yes, indeed. And with that being said, there were some conversations going around, right? Echoes, man, what's good with you? Yeah. Here's what Echoes state. Law, I'm sorry, but I'm not bringing a 29-year-old coming off of an injury running back to an already young, crowded running back room. He would just hold them back. Oh, my gosh, you know. I'm just saying, bro, you know, because is he, and I'm just asking you, Echoes, and I know the qualifier is that he's coming off of an injury, but is he younger? Is he younger than these three running backs? Henry, Saquon, Zeke, is he younger than those guys? And I know this is a young man's league, and I'm not trying to put him in situations whereas we can't get out of, you know. So let me know. Bring in Chubb, you know, have to watch. Have you not watched Chubb? You know, it's from Toxic Tom. You know, that's all I'm asking, you know, is he younger than those boys? We need defensive tackle, Quentin Williams. Hey, I wouldn't be mad at Quentin Williams. I wouldn't be mad at all at Quentin Williams. But just to get back to the conversation at hand, Dez done already text Chubb, not saying that Dez got any power within the confines of the organization, but I'm quite sure that he's looking at Chubb from this particular point of view, is that, hey, with him, we'll be better. Without him, I don't know. But everything is subject to change. I'm really high on Jadon Blue, right? I'm really high on Phil Mafia, you know, Blue Mafia and all of this stuff. I'm high on all of those things. Just like some people were high on Rico, and some people were high on Zeke, and some people were high, believe it or not, on Deuce Vaughn. You know, I want to make sure that we make it uncomfortable for anybody. Nobody gets a hall pass in this particular situation. I want to make sure we cover everything. And if it's only $3 million, I'm saying only from my perspective, right? You know, $3 million can change a lot of people's lives right now. I know it will change mine. But the sacrifice that you can make could also be a good situation that you can take, basically. And that's what the Ravens did. Now, will this guarantee you a Super Bowl? No. On one end, Ravens looked like they were unstoppable. On the other end, the Eagles looked like they were unstoppable. Both had two good run games. To a degree, Detroit Lions, they look phenomenal, right? What did they do? Run game. Name me another team. Sneakily, the Rams, they were able to run the ball, right? Teams, I think that running the ball is the new flavor to get these things going. If you can't run the ball, it's only one Pat Mahomes in the league, and even he looked pedestrian, right, when he couldn't run the ball. He couldn't get the things going. That's all I'm saying. If we fool around and get run game with the unknown or even with the known, we are in better situations. That's all I'm getting at, Echoes. And that's how I see it, right? But there are, and let me credit the Cowboys community. Shout out to them. There's a lot of people saying that this guy talk a little bit too much, but we're going to listen to him right quick.
Honestly, I see us having another 12-win season. That's my prediction. 12 wins minimum.
I'm ready for like everything.
I see 12
Everything.
wins.
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, trees of green, and red roses too. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. What do y'all see? Do y'all see 12-5 like my guys over here? What do y'all see, man? You know, moving on from the CHUBB situation. But what do y'all see, man? CHUBB on this team would only make the team better, regardless of what we as fans say. Defensive tackle / cornerbacks are needs, but CHUBB on the team is a great bridge for Blue Mafia. Yeah. So, Seabass says 11-6, and 12-5 for sure. Right. 17-0. Come on with it.
Line them up, and we're going to see them boys.
CD going to have 1,400 yards. Every 100 yards, I'm going to have a sack. So CD got 2,000 yards, I'm going to have 20 sacks. Every 100 yards CD got, that's how many sacks I'm going to have. Put it like that. If CD got 1,500 yards, I'm going to have 15 sacks.
Come on with it.
That's how we roll.
Match me. We're going to see what
He said, match me, baby.
I go.
All right,
Honestly,
so he's optimistic, man, and I love the energy. I love the mindset that Parsons brings to the table. Jerry, what are you doing, man? Only Jerry can mess up a wet dream, right? You know, I mean, Jerry, you need to go ahead and get this thing going, man. You know, talking about waiting for the right day and all this, just go ahead and sign it. You got $31 million. Some concessions got to be made. If we go ahead and make this, I think that the overall morale of this team would be even better. You know, CHUBB, Gilly, and the defensive tackle, yeah, that would work for us. Yes, if Dak has an MVP type of season, 13-4, I would love that. Shout out to you, Lola. Yeah, mess up a wet dream. My gosh, man. Yeah. Jerry wet dreams involves pie. Yeah, cherry pie. Shoot, man. But you see how the energy is around here, right? You know, Shotty taking shots. These guys talking about, hey, this is what we gonna do, and we getting things going. But Jerry, don't mess up this wet dream. You know, come on with it, ice cold cowboy. Yeah. Gina putting wet signs all in the chat. Yeah, it's like messing up the wet dream. I'm talking about prime back in the days, Neil Long, and Neil Long still fine now. But back in the days, Halle Berry and Neil Long, you in the bed, and all of a sudden you said, yeah, and then Jerry coming in there like, come on, man, Jerry, what you doing, man? I was just about to, you know.
What's your point?
Jerry, you messing it up. That's the point. But neither here nor there. Guantanamo Bay, man, that's something that everybody been talking about.
I ain't gonna lie. Eagles just fine. They gonna get these. Like they talented as hell. They gonna get these. Like, I'm not saying that we gonna shut them out. They gonna get these, but we gonna limit that though. We coming. They gonna get these. But guess what? Our offense 5-2 now. But
you know, the craziest flex I've seen, you know, are the Eagles fans. They are literally walking around, beaks out, chest out, bird chest, whatever chest they got, you know, and they are literally parading around. Hey, they got the Super Bowl. Granted, we can't take that away from them. But they going to act as if, though, when you got 4 under center, right, that it haven't been a challenge. They acting as if, though, they have this damn parade, and they say, hey, man, we swept y'all last year. And I was just looking around like, okay, yeah, you swept us. Granted, I get it, right? And I had brought up, and I can't show the clip here because the NFL going to take it, but I brought up our now 3rd or 4th option at wide receiver by the name of Jalen Tolbert. He did a touchdown catch last year on that number 1 DB.
Robert Simmons, $5. Heel, we already got the Great Wall of Tyler. Bring another Tyler at RB Tyler Algier. # Jerry, bring Tyler Algier.
Who? Tyler, what he been doing in the National Football League? Let me look him up, Robert. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support, your love, adulations, all of that. Let me pull him up. That's that Atlanta running back, I believe. Let's see. 4.7 yards per tote. Hey, don't spoil me with a good time. 18 positive runs, 3.6 yards after contact, 37 forced missed tackles. Don't spoil me with a good time. 5'11". He's a big back, 5'11", 220. Okay, I got some film to be watching on him. And I'm not even worried about the production. I'm quite sure that back over there, he's not the end all and be all. He's 25. Okay, good age. Okay, what he did I love this right here. What he did last year. Okay, 3.7. Still explosive yards. Okay. 39 forced missed tackle. We wasn't doing those things last season, boy. Shoot, I'm like the fact that he had. And then his rookie season, he had 1,000 okay, 4.9 yards per tote. Yeah, 21, okay, he's explosive. I like that. Tyler, however you say that last name. And he's healthy. Hey, y'all, and he's young too. Yeah, man, shoot. I'm gonna have to go turn on the tape. I'm looking at the stat lines and I'm sitting here like, okay, all right, but shoot, get him. Is he a good blocker? Shoot, hey, I'm open to everything over here. Healthy, averaging. Hey, all I'm asking is like 3.8 or 4 yards per tote. He's giving you 4.7 and 4.9. 4 times 3 is what? First down. So Algier, like an Algier eater. Algier, okay. Shoot. Is he free? Is he a free agent? What is he? What's his contract looking like? Let me pull this up around Spot Rack. Or let me pull this up, man. Y'all bear with me, man. Y'all got me thinking. Shoot. Hey, I'm going to see what his contract is all about. Oh, shit. 1 million? You can find that. You can find that in the couch. Yep. He got good ACLs and MCLs and PCLs. Yeah, who's his agent? Okay. Kessler. Athlete First. Hey, he's already in the building. Athlete First, Hey. Okay, all right. Hey. If he's available, man, I wouldn't mind, Brigham Young University. Come on with it. I appreciate that. $1 million. Hey, bring him in, Jerry. Bring in Ty. Hey, Robert. You did a great research here. Now, are you related to him? 1 million in the couch. That's crazy. Yeah. Are you related? Is this your son? Is this your cousin? This Pookie and Ray and them? CHUBB better than all of the running backs they have, injured or not. Yeah. I have to see his tape though. And look at everything. But hey, cup of coffee. Bring them in, say, hey, grab a seat, hey, get to the back of the line, those type of things, But, hey, if he's been carrying the straps and everything for Bijan Robinson, then he come on over here and have a good time with us, But neither here nor there. Let's switch it over to Cam Newton. He was talking about my guy, George Pickens. But before we do that, if you are in a situation that you need some flexibility, you need to have something to stretch it out and to make it clean, then I'm going to tell you about something that got a flexible head that you can use to get things going. It can get those corners too.
How to be an Atlas man. First, gently glide your House of Atlas razor with the grain to ensure a precise, comfortable shave. Then, drop your transmission with nothing but a spoon. Anything's a tool in the hands of an Atlas man. Now apply Atlas Calming Aftershave. Welcome to the top. Welcome to Atlas.
Be the smoothest guy in the room. Durable blades for long-lasting smoothness. Precision trim edges for detail and also cutting those sideburns. With a stabilized stainless steel for a smoother shave. Dermatologist tested, comfortable, smooth glide. This will be your number one blade in the world. And all you have to do is remember House of Atlas. Shave with the best. No doubt, and that's with the flexible head, man, and smooth glide aloe. And then I'm telling you guys right now, even though I got this full beard on my face, you know, it can still get those corners. And just in case, you know, if you need to, go. Hey, I know my guy Toxic Tom. I'm like, hey, wait a minute now. I've been in the military for so long. Look, this guy don't shave, y'all. But this can't get those edges. So come on over to Atlas and be an Atlas man over here with Law Nation and Law Nation Sports. Come on with it. Let's go. Let's listen to my guy over here. Really hate my guy, but, you know, he got a good point about these type of things.
Boys got better. Now they gonna make it hard for Dak to have excuses this year. This ain't nothing new though, Jerry. Jerry gonna go get his crash out. It's been in his DNA since inception. Pac-Man, the certified crash out. Michael Irvin.
Technically, I know he's a little young. I'm way older than Cam. Technically, Jerry Jones didn't draft Michael Irvin, but that's a whole nother conversation, you know.
Certified crash out. Terrell Owens. Greg Hardy. Deion Sanders. Jerry made that happen. So is he saying to himself, okay, the narrative over the couple of years, I would say specifically last year, our team is a little soft.
We ain't got no edge.
We don't got no edge.
dog.
We a little smooth. We country club.
Yeah.
We need somebody that's gonna get us down. That ain't scared to grab a face mask. See, typically a crash out is always labeled off the field.
Legal problem.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No. George Pickens ain't that. We don't never see George Pickens in the club. We don't never see George Pickens doing anything rambunctious outside of the facility. Model citizen. So what you getting mad at? Because what, he done grabbed the face mask or two, done squirted some water on somebody on the side.
Yeah!
And if you asking me, Cam, would you want George Pickens on your team? Wouldn't even think twice. Sign me up. Because if I'm him, if I'm that, and I get to look on and say, set what they need. CD, what's up, my boy? Hey, easy. George. The issue now becomes, how we going to manage them two? Y'all want to throw the ball. Well, you got a lot of options out there.
We do.
Instantly, the Cowboys got better.
No doubt, Cam. They didn't got better. And, yeah. He loaded wide, ready. Hut. You know, that's Cam. That's Cam's cadence right there. But it's going to be, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, it's going to be more of that. And then we see, oh my God, if Dak Prescott got enough time to get to the LOS, get to the line, right? He does his cadence. And if he see that damn DB, there's one-on-one on Pickens' side, and he said, yeah, here we go. And that DB do like this one time. Oh, man, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good because when that DB do that and he trying to get settled in, I go to the moon. Hey, I'm taking that. Look, if I see that damn safety at the top, if they playing single high safety, I know they cheating to Lamb side. I ain't even worried. You know, I'm going to look it off. Yeah, I'm going to look it off. And I'm throwing that ball to George side, you know. And hear me out. I can go by 3-by-1 and really mess up the game. Put Lamb on the one side and still have Turp and Pickens on the same side. Move Pickens in the inside, right? Move Pickens to the inside. Turp little old self on the outside by himself. Oh, I'm doing scissors, man. Come on with it. Yeah. Hey, that's going to – look, don't y'all know I'm sending both of them boys on the fly, and we twisting that one. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That DB going to be like, hey, wait a minute now. You got Pickens, Cavante on the same side, and Lamb by himself. I'm thinking of multiple things that I can do. And then I can have that same look, that same setup with Jadon Blue in the back, right? Hell yes. Oh, yes. And I'm just going to run the ball. Yeah, with damn Cavante Turpin way on the outside. You still going to have to match him. What you going to do? You going to play off? You going to say, okay, I got this little dude. I'm going to jam him. Okay, you going to jam him. You better not miss. Because if you miss and you only got one safety over the top, it's going to be crazy. I'm thinking of thousands of ways that we can benefit from having all of those boys on the same page, at the same room, at the same time. It's going to be great for us to have these type of things, ladies and gentlemen. And before we go any further into this conversation, shout out to the offensive line guy, and the offensive line guy is Tyler Booker. R.J. Ochoa, on his show, he was talking to the coach, and we want to be able to expound upon this right quick. Let's listen to it.
He noted in talking
Roll
about
Tide,
kind
too.
of great memories, he's spoken with great revere for Jalen Milroe, and you know that makes sense, obviously, but he talked about the LSU game and how that was just so satisfying to just kind of, you know, quiet the crowd. He seems very kind-natured, but he does seem to have that gear that is, you know, what you kind of want your football players to be. You kind of want a little bit of psychopath. You know what I'm saying? Like, he enjoys, you know, taking the lights from somebody, if that makes sense.
100%. You know, he's, you know, if you had to draw up what you wanted a football player to be, he encapsulates exactly what it is.
Encapsulates.
Unbelievable human being, easy to talk to, big old smile on his face. Would give his shirt off his back to you if you needed help. But man, when we get off the bus and walk in that locker room, and he goes to the field to kind of walk around before the game, there's a switch, and it changes right then. And it was interesting for me the first game with him, just kind of seeing what his routine was, because everybody's a little bit different, and you could see it, you know. And I loved it as a coach, and just the mindset, the determination. I mean, he would just talk to himself, you know, like he would say who he is.
It's good to talk to yourself, just don't answer.
And what he's going to do before he did it, and then proceeded to do it. So it's definitely it's impressive, his preparation, and then how he carries out what he's got to get accomplished.
He noted
no doubt, man. And speaking of that, we have some footages of another Alabama guy that's trying to get back to the good graces, and his name is Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs is a guy that we can all say to ourselves, this is my first time seeing him turn hips, stop, and even though he's working the chords, okay, look, yeah. Okay, it looks smooth. Oh, it looks smooth. Okay, it looks smooth. Okay, I just got to see him pivot, stop, and come forward, right? But we're seeing no brace. We're seeing no support. And just the other week ago, we were talking about how tiny his legs look. Now, I don't know if he pumped them up with creatine and some of that Bohemian Grove juice, but his legs look like it fits his body now, you know. So his body look proportions, right? So it look like he's going to be way ahead of schedule here, but we don't know whether or not he can take a hit on that lower body and these sorts of things yet, and how long his endurances are. And as a cornerback, you got to have endurance. But if this is a situation for me, as excited I am of Trayvon Diggs, of this moment, being able to move around and stop his feet, I still don't want to rush him, if y'all get what I'm saying. And if you that dog, you know what kind of food you want to eat, right? Diggs, Bland, and Revel by week 9. This is ratio. Yeah. Seabass saying water weight. The Bohemian Grove people come get me, huh? Skull and bones and everything. What happened to Law, man? Yeah. They done got him beyond the beyond the walls, Yes, indeed, beyond the ice wall. They done took me where that big magnet at in the North Pole that they don't bother to talk about. Yeah, it's an island in there. It's a big old mountain with a let me leave y'all alone. But certain dogs know what they want to eat, right? And certain dogs, they gonna sit there and tell you, I don't want this, I don't want that, but I'm gonna tell you, I want some food. You know what I'm saying? There you go. What about these dogs? Yeah, we've been talking about dogs. Yeah. So what kind of food you want to eat here? Yeah. No. No soft stuff. No. That's diabolical. Don't be messing with them dogs, man. Come on with it. Yeah. Man. Why you gonna do the dog like that, man? Yeah. That's Peter. You see what they doing to us? Look at that dog, smart right there. He said, "Are you?" Boy, I love dogs, boy.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
But in the case, man, if one of them dogs bites you, man, and they're not your dog, and it's your neighbor dog, and you over the house, and I'm going to tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the
and
vehicle,
they understand
witness
the
statements,
cost.
photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817. 214 or 817. I don't want y'all calling 214 and 817, but it's 214 or 817. And all of the threes you can dial. Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. They are backed by over a combined of 100 years of experiences. They located here in the heart of Dallas. And if you can't dial that number, be sure to reach out to our partners via frankelfirm.com. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation, one way or another. Dial Frenkel first. Call them, and then call law and then call the authorities. You know how that goes. King, appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Appreciate you for your support for the $2 super chat. Now, my phone number, my hotline, 657-390-7391. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. And let's roll. I got Phil from the 423. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, bro.
Law, I appreciate you letting me come on the show here and talk a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope you got your donation that I sent to you. This is Henderson Chicken, as you call me.
Henderson Chicken be good, too. Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to stop by and get some of that when I come to Dallas the next time.
Yeah.
But listen, man, it's 3 moves that I'm hoping these boys are making. It's on my Christmas list here. I really would love to see them do it. You've been talking a little bit about it, but I would say who my mind is really focused on is Nick Chubb. I think that he has that dog in him, man, and we need somebody like that in that backfield. And I'm not saying I'm not discounting the guys that we got, but it wouldn't hurt for us to give this guy a look, bring him in, as you say, for a cup of coffee and let him have a physical and see if he is in good enough playing shape to be able to play for us. And then, of course, at defensive tackle, man, I would love to go after Quentin Williams up there in New York. I think he would be somebody that would make an instant impact on that defense, man. That, to me, that would give us the best 8-man rotation in football.
Yeah.
If we had a guy like him in the middle next to Osa and next to Parsons and the other defensive ends that we have, Sam Williams and the other cats that we have rotating, that would be almost like the 90s, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think Gilmore, man, you know, those are 3 moves that we could make and it wouldn't break the bank.
Yes,
and it
indeed.
would take us to another level, man. Take us to another level that I believe we could be contenders instead of pretenders.
Yes,
and that's
indeed.
what I'm hoping for.
Well, you know, we play the Jets week 5, right? So they sitting there like, we don't want to give the Cowboys too much firepower, especially when you are Aaron Glenn, who's the first-time head coach over there. Now, granted, relations are relations. Now, sometimes as the head coach, and he used to play for the Cowboys, he know the Joneses, so maybe you can say, hey, a favor for a favor, we're going to look out for you, you look out for me. Sometimes deals do get done that way. I'm not going to leave that out, you know, but that's why the Brees Hall conversation is alive, right? That's why if you can't get a Quentin Williams, hey, if that happened, bro, Henderson, man, whenever you come to Dallas, I will always and forever give you some Henderson chicken, man. The 3 for $5. Give my guy the 3 for $5, man. Make sure you get the jalapenos and all of that stuff. Squeeze it on the chicken meat.
I know that's right.
Yes,
I'm coming. I'm telling you, I'm coming. I'm going to have to catch at least 2 games, man, if they make some of these moves.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in and have a great Friday, man. Let me hear you say it, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? And pause if necessary for all of the pause people, man, when he said that, you know, because I know how y'all be thinking. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Sorry, Law, I didn't mean to shame the Eagles. Yeah, man, shame the Eagles, man. Shoot. You only say sorry when you accidentally bump into an old lady, right? Or if you accidentally try to hold the door and it fool around and shuts in front of another person's face. But if it's an Eagle person, if that old lady have a Eagles jersey on or Eagles paraphernalia, you just say, hey, man, you know, get out the way, you know. By mold. Yeah, you had some bad choices in your life, you know, and nobody forced you to be an Eagle fan, lady. Now get out the way, you know, so you don't have to say sorry. No. And don't ever say sorry, you know. Yeah. Yeah, got to have the jalapenos. Yeah. I got the 757. You're live on the Nation. You talk to me.
How's it going, Law? I was here last week.
He was here last week around this time, huh?
Hey, man, listen. All we really need at this point, DJ Reader, Amari Cooper, Stephon Gilmore. I know people kind of had this thing with Amari, but if I'm being honest with you, I think there's some unfinished business that's left here.
Hold tight for me. Hold tight for me. I got a super chat.
Ransom $5. In sports, you never keep your expectations low. Shows weakness. Any fan that says keep expectations low is foolish. Doll is a 12-win team, maybe more.
Ooh, I like that. You're back, man. Appreciate you from the 757. You're back.
No, you straight, brother. I was saying, even though you know, Amari Cooper is not the same player that he was, his route running is still next to none. And then you pairing him with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, I'm telling you, that's too much for a defense to handle. Like, Amari Cooper is still going to command attention from safeties. Like, you still is going over there shading somebody else. And then when you talk about Nick Chubb, if you're going to bring back Nick Chubb, I feel like you might as well bring back Zeke. I mean, if the O-line is great, because Nick Chubb only averaged 3.5 yards a carry last season, and that was right around what Zeke had before we cut him again. And, I mean, I get it. He's a veteran, but do you really want to bring somebody there that's probably not going to really, number one, get that many carries, and number two, the running back, you know, core is really young at this point. I mean, how much do you really expect from Nick Chubb? And he's coming off of an ACL tear, and normally running backs that come off of ACL tears don't really they're not the same anymore, man. I mean, hell, look at AP. I mean, they're just not the same no more. Still don't understand why we have not signed Stephon Gilmore yet. The dude played pretty well for us, you know, the season that we had. And I just feel like the Cowboys is playing this game of how long they can go without paying somebody or how long they can go without signing somebody. Like,
Yeah.
even if they know they're going to kind of need them, they still want to play this, okay, well, I mean, if we go and wait till June, then, I mean, we can save like $2 million. As like they really want to pinch pennies like they broke. The dude played good, and there's not too many cornerbacks that's out here left that are a veteran that could really do you some service. I mean, if you want to go sign Asante, I personally feel like Gilmore, he knows the system well.
Yeah, I think that the Mari Cooper, I think that he's going to the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. So he may be.
This is the problem when you don't sign, and
I mean, hey, you already got my guy picking. So at this point, you got to see what it's going to look like with Tolbert and Mingo and all of those boys. So I get what you're saying. You do got a point,
honestly,
yeah.
like my last point. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. No, you good.
Last point really is we need to get DJ Reader. I mean, every playoff game that we've had as of late, we've been getting dragged to like Build-A-Bears down the middle of the field. Like, I mean, and we just need to shore up the middle. I don't understand why the Cowboys on the defensive side don't value big fat dudes in the middle that are just too heavy to move. But if you've noticed, every time we play in the playoffs, like especially in the postseason, people like running backs that you ain't even heard of for real came off the bench at home eating Cheetos, running for 6-7 yards a carry. Like it's the same story. I mean, the Packers were a 7th seed and they blew the doors off of us within the first 2 quarters. Like, come on, how many more playoff games do we have to have, and we always lose in the same way?
Well,
how many?
Well, we will see, man, down the stretch now, man. It's going to be something that the Cowboys are going to look at. But, yeah, I think that we need a interior defensive tackle guy, or another DB if warranted here. Yeah, that will really propel us to the right directions.
I mean, we just keep doing the same thing, hoping for different results.
Yes,
don't get
indeed.
it. I mean,
yes, indeed, man.
Right,
I appreciate you, man.
I'll get out of here, man.
No doubt, man.
Go
Good call
Cowboys.
from you, man. And I haven't seen anybody confirm it. It just a few sites saying that Amari Cooper signed with the Chiefs. So I haven't seen anything far as a notable person stating that, like a notable writer. So if you guys can find a notable beat writer or the Cowboys beat writer or, someone in the Chiefs area to see whether or not he really signed with the Chiefs, but it's just a rumor for right now.
Mitch Roman $5. Cowboys 13-3 or better and hit the lights.
Come on with it. And just to echo what the other super chat states here, King, he says, in sports, you never have your expectations low, right? You should. That shows weaknesses. All right, so as a fan, of course, you're always going to want the best. Just like if you have a son or a daughter and they into some type of sports or they in some type of choir or something like that, you don't sully or denigrate them. You can be real with them, saying, hey, you got 2 left feet, but hey, I'm here to support you, and you just never know. I always use the example of Rihanna. When I first saw her on the stage, she sounded terrible, but she's a billionaire now because it all comes from that angle and all of those things. So you want to keep your expectations medium, but you still want to support your team. All right.
The conference has been locked.
I'm not going to be able to get to everybody, so just try to make it quick as possible, ladies and gentlemen. I got D Shift from the 409, and happy Friday to everybody. D Shift, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Law?
Not much.
Be a little optimistic here, then, man. If we expecting the best outcome for our team, if we really rooting them, I'm gonna question you and see. All right, so you got Merritt's Leofold, right?
Right.
Like you might get a little boost from there, man. You going from a guy who was a rookie, was a pretty smart rookie, but nonetheless was a rookie. So you got to see what the offseason does for him. You've upgraded your right guard position, right? Zach Martin was hurt.
Yep.
Wasn't the same on his way out. Now you bring in a superstar, kind of a rookie, if you will. if that holds up to what everybody's kind of talking, that's what it sounds like. He'll be kind of like what Zach Martin was. Let's say if Tyler Smith and BB are Travis Frederick and Tyron Smith, then Booker comes in like Zach Martin, and maybe he'll solidify. Doug Free was kind of flailing out. I don't know, that can be Steele or Guyton, and then Ron Leary. So, maybe that can kind of boost those two guys to play at a higher level.
Right.
Tyler Guyton being the rookie,
Right.
And then you got the number 2 wide receiver, which you didn't have last year, and then you got a healthy quarterback.
Yeah.
So you throw all that in there, and you might even sprinkle in a little bit of Mozzie Smith, showing something in year 3. You was 7-10 last year. I could argue that you playing kind of you playing a tough schedule this year, but
right.
that kind of can equalize a little bit. But you still playing you number 3, so you playing the third hardest schedule within your division.
Yeah.
So just kind of want your take on optimistically, if we're looking at the pieces that we already have that should get better, what's that kind of do for you?
I mean, yeah.
Appreciate you, Law.
No, I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in, Schiff. Okay, yeah. So we can have the hopes of Tyler Booker being the equivalency of what we had out of our other offensive linemen. Yeah, but we got to see it. So optimistically speaking, yes, he should be a better product than what we've seen out of Brock Hoffman, right? But at the end of the day, I'm looking at this team to be a well-balanced team, run, and then open up the pass. It's just that simple. We going back to the fundamentals of football, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, we going back to the fundamentals, and that is run to open up the pass. Let's not get too crazy with it on trying to do exotic plays and throwing the ball everywhere. We got an identity, and that is run first and get things going from there. All right, so the next caller I got from is the 910, then I got the 857. So from the 910, you in, talk to me.
Hello, what's good with you?
Hey, all is well, man. Happy Friday to you.
Hey, happy Friday to you too. Hey, man, real quick, 2 things. You see that schedule for the Eagles? Man, the Eagles can start the first 8 games 2-6.
I mean, they can start they can lose the first 4 games easily.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I love it. Because when you look at how they talk about those DBs, man, them DBs got a fucking line. They got a lineup coming for them. All 4 of them teams got receivers.
No doubt.
All 4 of them got receivers, and then everybody keeps saying the Cowboys playing for 3rd. We just need to pump the brakes on Jalen Daniels, man. The same thing that Stroud did when his rookie year is what he did. When Stroud came back that second year, they got film on him now. We out here glorifying the Commanders, and they put him on this pedestal, talking about the Cowboys playing for 3rd place in the division. I can easily make an argument that the Cowboys win the division, and when you look at the bottom of the division, the Commanders and the Eagles going to cancel each other out.
But you know what? Here's what I thought on Jaden Daniels. They knew he can sling the ball. They didn't know he can sling the ball deep. They knew he was accurate, but they didn't know that he could sling the ball as deep and as accurate as he was doing it, right? And then when they was trying to drop the safeties or what have you, then he killed them underneath with run game. So what teams didn't know last year is, for one, he had the deep ball accuracy, and for 2, when you do play the two high safeties, that he can kill you by running with his legs, and he was able to get out of bounds. So now that you look at teams in our division, we all drafted linebackers, instinct guys that can get ends, so that we can corral and stop all of that. So team's going to make their necessary adjustments, and as frail as Jaden Daniels is, he still, and I'm not wishing this on anyone, right? But we seen when he got in rib tips kind of hurt, he kind of dropped off in production. So just be prepared for it, because he's a frail guy. He could get hurt by all of that running.
Hey, last question though. Did we not beat the Commanders the first time we played them last year?
We did, because of the fact that we had guys that knew how to play their edges, man, and contain, and forced him to throw those unorthodox throws and get him off of his marker. So I'm quite sure that they're gonna run that back, and they're gonna do a group study on that. But what was more freaky by him is that his ability to run the ball.
I think we'll corral him this year. We got
Yep.
Hey, good call, thank you.
Appreciate you, man. That boy freakishly athletic, man, Jaden Daniels. And what he would do is he would run to the edge and he would still sling it deep. So you got to – and that's the difference is between him and Hurts. Hurts can run the ball. But when Hurts decide to run the ball, there's no I'm going to continue to look down the field. Hurts is going to run it, right? But he still have guys that you have to respect. You just ain't going to get off of your guy like an AJ or a Smitty. So now that you're looking at for like who's a more dangerous runner between Jaden Daniels and Hurts, you can say Hurts because of the offensive line and because of the outside weapons. But Jaden Daniels was a sneaky runner. That joker was sneaky. Yeah. So I think that team's going to catch on and hold on to that, and you may see a differences in win-to-loss ratios out of Jaden Daniels by people having more tape on him. And I'm not selling or denigrating Jaden Daniels. I like his skill set, but those are the realities of it. I got 857, the 469, and the 815. 857, you're live. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I'm busy, but I got time today, cuz.
Got time Dallas.
I know you ain't got no time today, cuz.
Yeah.
I got you. I got my statement though. My one statement, brother.
Okay.
Hey man, it was supposed to be Lakers in 5, but we obviously got Sully. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. But I'm going 12-5. Cowboys 12-5. Man, we got this, cuz. We got this. We got this, Law. We got this.
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5 in 2026, and Cowboys 12-5. Okay, I feel you. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right, Law, man. I thank you for taking my call. I ain't gonna hold you out. I know you got it. I know you got to get to the people. I know you do it.
Yes, indeed.
One and only.
Appreciate you, man.
The man, the myth, the legend. Law Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Peace and blessings, man. This Dallas is real from the 857. Yeah, and shout out to all my Laker guys. Before I get my who was next? So 469 and then the 815. Before I go there, there's been some growth and some movement here. I want you guys to support the nation, even though it is a situation that you may not know of, right? Let me see if I can pull this up. I am working on a specialized project with Nick Van Exel, who is a math guy, right, but also a Lakers guy. And we got some tractions going here. I will be the quote-unquote executive producer for that particular show. And if you guys can, go over here to Quick to the Point Podcast, subscribe to them, and I'm going to send this link out so that you guys can support their Instagram as well as their YouTube pages. And this is a play for a bigger play. We going to be working on some other things that's going to be within the confines of Dallas as well as the Lakers and beyond. So shout out to them. Hold on, let me go to their YouTube page because he just started his YouTube page as well. And I want you guys to support the video here on YouTube if possible, man. Go in there, give it a like, get it a watch. And so far they have 3 subscribers, man. It would mean the world to me if you guys can go over there to Quick to the Point Podcast and subscribe to Nick Van Exel's Quick to the Point Podcast. And let me give y'all a quick teaser before we go any further. But shout out to them and shout out to, I guess you can say me to a degree, but more so Nick Van Exel. And if you know of Nick Van Exel, and if you heard of the story of the slap, let me know in the chat, and and we can get things going from there. But let me see if I can find the video in bigger format so that you guys can see and watch. And I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all to the moon and back. And the other callers, just hold tight while we pull this up, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate y'all so much. But you can check the video out now.
Give us a playoff story.
I'll give you one. And we're playing against Utah, and the most dominant big man in the history of the game, Shaq. You know, he's just dominating his opponent, which was Greg Ostertag.
Yeah.
So
killing Ostertag.
I'm talking about just dogging him, and so they beat us. So, throughout the summer, Shaq is hearing things like Ostertag is just chirping. And Shaq wasn't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dominated you, I'm gone, y'all beat us, take y'all dub and move on. But he just kept chirping. So we get into preseason the next year, and we play Utah. So the big fella like, man, I'm about to slap the shit out of the tag, right? So we hyping him up now. We're like, man, you ain't gonna do shit. You just talking. You ain't gonna do shit. Yeah. Man, he's like, watch, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. So I think we had a shoot around first, and then they had a shoot around. So the Jazz is walking on the court, and we hyping the big fella up. So I'm walking to the other tunnel, getting ready to leave out. Next thing you know, all you hear it. You heard, and then you heard. Oh my God. The big Ostertag fell on the ground. Shaq slapped that man, got a little suspension and everything.
Los Angeles Lakers were leaving the court, and the Utah Jazz were arriving for practice this morning. As Greg Ostertag left the floor, Shaquille O'Neal confronted him on this floor, right where we're sitting. Words were exchanged, and before anyone knew it, Shaquille O'Neal had slapped Greg Ostertag, who's 7'2", 270, and knocked him down onto the floor. Ostertag didn't get up. He's okay, but he didn't get up right then.
But it was just, that's the playoffs, man. It's intense. And when you get your ass whooped, you feel a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You feel a certain kind of way. And, Shaq was feeling a certain kind of way. It's like, motherfucker, you got your dub, but shut your motherfucking mouth.
No doubt, man. They're my boys over there. So shout out to them. And be sure to check out the page and everything, and support them. And as you support them, you support me. And then I'm thinking about here's one other thing. Not that I'll speak my wisdom teeth. Who's aware that Shaquille O'Neal is a Lakers fan? Okay. And who's aware that Shaquille O'Neal is not just a Laker guy, but he's a Cowboy guy? Who's aware of that? And how would y'all feel if we do a show, right? Law Nation Sports with Shaq and Van Exel and whoever else. How would y'all feel about that? Let me know in the chat, and everything works out for his own good, and it's like synchronicities with everyone, man. That sounds dope. Let me know if y'all like that, to have the big Shaq and Law Nation on the same panel. I got my guy from the 469. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Buenos tardes, Law Nation. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, bro.
Hey, good, man. Hey, real quick, like we were looking at the schedule yesterday, and I looked at all the games.
Mm-hmm.
Every caller said I think we are going to be 12-5, maybe 11-6. And the only reason I say 11-6 is because every once a year you have that Cowboys stinker kind of ball falls, I don't know, like bad luck type of game.
Yeah.
And it's just, just one of those type of games that happens every year. I'm not going to be surprised who or where it's going to happen, but I expect it to happen sometime. And that's just, the 11-6 record. But other than that, I mean, the expectations for this Cowboys team has to be high because, I mean, we say it every year. All the fans say it's Lombardi or bust, baby. We want that championship.
Yeah.
The question is, do the team or the ownership wants it? Because for so long they've been in the backseat, seeing these other teams succeed and build dynasties and build these type of organizations we strive for. But there we are, laying our ass, sucking on a lollipop, or you know what I mean, and seeing this tush and push win a Super Bowl. I mean, come on, man, we can do better than that. So we just gotta be to the greatness we can step up, and I feel this team is about it. And I think in a long time, I really do feel like coaching has not that we have a coaching advantage, but I do feel that the coach and our team can go against any opposition. I mean, there is going to be, teams like the Chiefs and other legends coaches that, I mean, let's just say he's going to be better than Shoddy. But other than that, I think we have a great chance. That's all I got, Law. Peace.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Good conversation right there. Yeah. He's saying that he sees it that way. Yeah, boy, I love y'all, man. Y'all saying give him some good feedback. Yeah, he ain't gonna have no dirt on me. I have some dirt on Shaq, but I get what you said. Shaq versus Sharp. I know how that thing goes, man. But hey, keep your grass cut low. You don't have to worry about the snakes, I guess. That type of thing. And we can all learn a valuable lesson with that. But shout out to Shaq, man. It would be good to see the big Shaq in the building. Now, he can't sit in this chair nor coming through that door over there because you know how tall and big he is. No way. We're going to have to go to the studio, right? But I got the next caller from the 815, Brandon Ross. You're live on the Nation. Brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, man.
Can you hear me, Law?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, shout out to Frisco Firm. I want to say this, Law. I think we're going to have a really good season this year. Like, we're gonna have a good season. I still want us to address maybe the corner position.
Yeah.
I would like for us to address to me possibly getting another linebacker, but I ain't trying to start no beef. I'm just saying I think let's possibly towards the end of the training camp. If there's a veteran linebacker out there to get, I think we should get him. The offense is set. I don't want to hear none of that. None of this other this excuse making machine that y'all good at doing. No excuses for the offense. If we get Nick Chubb, then that's really like icing on the top of the cake already, like extra icing. So regardless, we should have a good season. Minimum 10 wins.
10 wins.
A good a great season for us would probably be 12 wins.
Right.
Two playoff victories. So I'm gonna start there. So I ain't.
You gonna start there?
No bad vibes.
Do you want to do it right quick though? You want to do one right quick?
Man,
are you built for it? Are you built for it, or you want to do it right quick?
What?
The schedule prediction. No, the schedule prediction.
As far as what our record or what?
Game by game. Are you ready for it or not?
I'm ready.
Too early? Okay. All right. So I just put you right on the spot right quick. All right. Let's make it real quick though. You don't have to give me full analysis. All right. So Cowboys, Eagles, win, loss.
Oh, we're going 14. We're going by 14 points. We're gonna win.
Okay. W. Cowboys, Giants.
That's a win.
2-0. Okay. Cowboys, Chicago.
That's a win.
3-0. Cowboys, Green Bay.
We might take the L that game.
All right.
I'm gonna say that's a loss.
3-1. Cowboys, Jets.
That's a win.
Okay. 4-1. Cowboys, Carolina.
That's a win.
5-1. Cowboys, Washington.
I believe we're gonna split with them. So we'll.
It's a away game. It's a away game. The first one.
No. Actually, I think we're gonna take both of them. So I'm
okay.
gonna say win.
All right. So 6-1.
6-1.
Okay. Cowboys, Denver. At Denver.
They got a tough defense. I think this is the one historically we do not play well in Denver. That's a
right.
loss.
Okay, so we are now 6-2. Arizona.
That's a win.
7-2.
Sneaky win.
7-2. All right, Cowboys at Raiders.
At Raiders?
Yeah.
That's a win.
Okay. All right. So we are 8-2. Cowboys, Eagles.
It is at Philly or at Dallas.
This is a home game for us. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna say we're gonna win.
So we sweep the Eagles. So that will make us, what is that? 9-2, 10, 9-2. Y'all right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah. Chiefs, Cowboys.
We're gonna lose that game, unfortunately, in front of 60 million people.
Jeez. All right, so we are now, 9-3. Detroit.
This is gonna be a tough game. Ooh, we gonna win. We gonna win.
10 games. Yeah. We 10-3 now. All right, shoot, that's shit.
3.
All right, Vikings.
That's a dub.
11-3. Chargers.
That's a dub. We do well on the West Coast.
12-3. Washington.
Now, this is where I was saying I'm going to stick to the split. We're going to split. I think this is the loss.
Okay.
And I think we wind it
12-4. 12-4. Okay. Now we got the Giants, the last game. 12-4 right now.
12 I think our backups. I think Joe Milton get it done. That's a dub.
So we go 13-4, brought to you by Brandon Ross, man. 13-4. Okay. All right. So
hey, we're gonna get it done. And then 13-4 head into the playoffs.
Shoot, you should have.
I'm not even gonna do it today. I said we're gonna
Nah. This should be a home. We should have it should be a guaranteed home game, right? I don't know if we're gonna, depending on
1 or 2 seed.
Yeah, 1 or 2 seed. 13-4. If you go through a gauntlet of schedules like what we had, right? Like you should be battle tested if you go 13-4 this year. And I know.
I believe so. Bro. I'm with you.
Yeah, we'll be battle tested, man. Shoot.
I think we would have to. We would play Kansas City. We would play Detroit. We would play Philly. We would play Green Bay. We should know what the Cowboys are this year before the playoffs. We don't know.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah. So 13-4. We should have Cowboys Chiefs Super Bowl. Come on with it, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
Hey, shout out to Law. Shout out to Law Nation. How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? That's Brandon Ross right here. 13-4. That would be crazy. Matter of fact, if we go 13-4, then we have the exact same matchup that this guy said. I'll give him a damn Dak Prescott jersey. Oh my God! Can you all imagine Brandon wearing a Dak Prescott jersey? That would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. I got Pastor Tim, man, from the 469, man. You live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
Oh man, God bless, man.
God bless you,
and I'm
man.
proud of you, brother. You are growing. You are growing. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
And I say the Cowboys this year, we gonna lose 3 games, and the rest is wins. That's why I feel.
Okay.
If everybody stay healthy.
14-3 then, huh? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
14. You got to win in 14 games, man. That's good days in Dallas, boy. Jeez.
And I have a good vision, and I got a good feeling about this. Man. If everyone stay healthy, you know what I'm saying? You know, we if we have no injuries, no serious injuries, like we done yet last year. So the thing about it is, man, I see this Cowboys team. We are a new Cowboys team this year. We are a dream team.
Mm-hmm.
This is the American dream team.
Okay.
You are looking at this year, and we ain't done. We ain't done picking up people.
Mm-hmm.
He's searching and looking. What's going to be the right pieces, what we need on the defensive side.
Okay.
What's going to be the right pieces, what we need on the offensive side. Because we are full on offense. We full on defense.
The conference has been unlocked.
Multiple strong talent on the defensive side and offensive side. Tell me what you're going to do when you know you got a drought coming.
Come on with it.
You got people coming.
Okay.
Tell me what you're going to do when you know you deep on running back, you deep on offense, you deep on wide receiver, you deep on cornerbacks, you deep on linebackers, you deep on defensive tackles. Tell me what you're going to do when you got the pass rushers to take a top of offense.
All right.
To take the top safety.
All right.
To take the top of the wide receivers. What you going to do when you got so much talent on your defensive side of the ball?
All right, well.
And tell me, Eagles, What you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
When you know, y'all know that defense, the America's team, Cowboys. You know how that defense are. You know how strong that defense could be. You know how talented that defense could be. You know how.
Come on with it now, Pastor. Come on, take us home.
How strong the running back could be.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you want to do.
Walk with me.
Tell me what you want to do, Giants.
Yeah.
When you face the Cowboys.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Praise
Tell
him.
me what you're gonna do. Tell me what you're gonna do, Seeds. When you face the Cowboys on Sunday.
Go
tell me what you're gonna
tell
do
it on the mountain.
What you gonna do when you face the silver and blue? Tell me what you're gonna do. When you bleed out the silver and blue.
And everywhere. Come on with it.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be
Yes.
a Cowboy.
Yes.
It's an honor to be a wide receiver.
Walk with me.
It's an honor to be a corner. It's an honor.
Yes.
Honor to be
Yes.
a running back. I can
Come
go
on with
play
it.
with this. But I'm telling you, God always held us in his arms.
Yeah.
Remember,
Got the whole world.
God come first.
Come on
God
with
come
it.
first, not
And
you.
they understand the
God come first,
cost.
not you. God
that
love
is involved.
everyone. Have a blessed day, blessed Friday. And God bless you, Big Lord, and I thank you for helping me.
Thank
and
you.
God bless everyone. And thank you, Jesus. Jesus love all of y'all.
Yes,
y'all be
indeed.
encouraged.
Yes,
And
indeed.
how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, come on, man. Amen. That should be everyone standing in the words right now of Pastor Tim. Yes, and thank those for the hearers and the doers of the words of Pastor Tim. But last but not least, I got Deacon 100 grand is in on the treasury board. Brother Deacon. Deacon 100 grand on the treasury board on the Missionary Baptist Church. Close them doors.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you.
Shit. I'm burnt up over here, boy. I want to give me a collection plate. Come on, donation. Boy. Oh my gosh, boy. Deacon 100 grand. Deacon Brother Jones 100 grand. Deacon Brother 100 grand. What do you have for us today in closing?
Listen, man. On the same page, man. On the same page. I got us going. I got us doing them numbers too. I'll run it down too, man.
Oh, you ready for it? Are you ready? Oh
Let's
my
go,
gosh, man. Okay, hold on.
This, man.
All right, hold on. I didn't know that you was willing to partake upon the schedule well. Okay, all right. So Brother Brandon Ross had 13-4. So let me erase his after I screen grab it. Let me screen grab it right quick. And now we're going to start off with you, my brother. And what do you have against the Philadelphia Eagles week 1?
Win.
W, okay. Giants, we 1-0.
Win.
Okay. Chi-Town.
Win.
3-0. Green Bay.
Loss.
Okay, all right. 3-1. All right, so now we got to go and play against the Jets.
Win.
Okay.
I'm gonna be at that game, by the
Oh,
way.
you're gonna be at the game for 4-1 Cowboys. Now we facing against the Carolina Panthers. What do you have here?
Win.
Okay. Shoot. That's 5-1. Okay. We playing against the Jaden Daniels, the Daniel family.
Win.
Okay. Win. Okay. All right. So we are now 6-1. Boy, you're going against the Denver though.
Loss.
Another L. Okay. 6-2. Now we got to face off against Kyler Murray, Dino Murray.
Win.
Okay. Get the first W against him. All right. So now we are 7-2. Got the bye week. We win that, okay? And now we got to go up against the Raiders.
Lost.
Okay, so that makes us 7-3. Now we got to face against the. Hold on, got a super chat.
Smoke 14 ya $10. La, I guess our fans say 2-5 is a Doc and Parsons state and not a team stat, huh? Lol. When we lose, it's cause of Doc on offense and Parson on defense. Lol, I really hate hearing that narrative.
I'm going to answer that one once we done. Smoke. That's a good super chat. Definitely good super chat. We got to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Do we sweep them or do we split it?
Win.
Whew. Okay, we sweeping those boys. Getting them brooms out. They're gonna be in shambles, bro.
Brunson, get them brooms out, bro.
Man, they're gonna be in shambles, man. All right, so home game with the Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day.
Lost.
Okay, all right. Now we got to face off against the Detroit Lions. Revenge game.
Lost.
Okay, all right. Minnesota Vikings.
Win.
Okay, win. Okay. All right, now we got to face off versus the Herbert Chargers. Dub. We got Washington. We're going to take Jaden Daniels down there to Harry Hines. I think this is going to be, you sweep them?
Louis T going to be upset. Sweep.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to W. Okay, we're going to sweep them boys. Hold on, let me.
Sweep them boys.
Whoa, wow, boy. Hold on, let me see. W, okay. All right. So we got the Giants last, but not least.
We sweep the NFC East.
Oh, we sweep the NFC East. So what we got here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, wait, is that more than 12 or less than 12? I can't see. It's 12 and 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Shoot, 13 and 4.
13 and 4.
You got 13 and 4. Yeah.
You number one. We're gonna be number one. We're gonna win our division. We're gonna be number one in our division. The Eagles are gonna be number 2. The Giants are gonna be number 3, and Washington is gonna be last.
Dead last. My gosh, man.
I'm telling you.
I guess that first visit at Washington, we took Jaden Daniels to Harry Hines, and them legs never got back. You know? Yeah. But man, I'm moving furniture when we lose to Green Bay. I'm still mad at Green Bay lost.
I'm gonna be look. Green Bay got our number, man. We just, man, lost. I just don't know.
And you got us losing to the Raiders. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah. That's a little sneaky. Lord, we got us a little sneaky game up in there that always come up and bite us, man. I think it's going to be the Vegas game, man. That's going to come up and bite us.
That after we beat Kansas City and then losing to Detroit, that's going to be
I said we're gonna lose to Kansas City, dog. We're gonna go back to back.
Oh no! Hold on. That means you are 12 and 5. We 12 and 5.
Yeah,
we 12 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I couldn't even see that L. I couldn't even see that L. Yeah. So maybe that's an omen or something, you know. Yeah.
We're gonna lose to Kansas City and we're gonna lose to Detroit.
Ooh, that back-to-back losing deal. Oh my gosh. Controversial.
Right. Then we gonna recover and beat Washington on Christmas Day. And then the game ain't really gonna mean anything against the Giants because we gonna have the NFC East sewn up. We might be fighting for that 1 or 2 spot. In the conference, and Washington. It's gonna be a little race in there with the Eagles, but since we swept them, they can't catch us.
They can't catch us. So man, 100 grand. Hey, if this come through the way you said, 100G, if this 12 and 5 happens, maybe I know you don't do jerseys or something, but man, we'll figure out something. We'll figure out something. I don't know if you want the Shay now, you know what I'm saying? That boy crazy. He says 18 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. Yeah, I'm like, damn, no, that's why you. And then he's still doing the same type of content. I said, damn, Shay Sharp, shit.
He ain't get enough, man.
He can't get enough, man. Yeah.
Hey, sometimes he got to do. Nothing wrong with
Nothing wrong with. He's in the parameter.
You just gotta screen it better, man.
Yeah,
you can't just go and
screen.
get an IF girl and think she gonna do you right. What's
Yeah,
wrong with you,
yeah,
man?
yeah.
And then when you see the signs, she trying to get to your money, and you just keep the blinders on.
Yeah.
Something wrong with you. That go for the ladies too, because there's ladies out there.
Yeah.
The dudes just take your money, and then you
Yeah.
want to know what's going on. So it can happen to anybody, Lord.
Yeah.
Mitch Roman, $5. Excel was the last time we lost on Thanksgiving Day.
You can have any girl you want to. Like, what's your problem? What is you doing?
Yeah, so if he's 45 to 55, then at least try at the minimum of 25 to 35. You know what I'm saying? Look, the 18, 19. Yeah, they're just a little too young, man. Come on, Shannon, come on with it.
They don't hold on, Law. I'm not. Hold on, Law.
Whoa, wait. 18 to 19 is a little. What? Whoa.
You disrespect. There are some women out there that's 18, 19, 20, 25 that are mature for their age. Just like there's guys out there that are mature for their age.
They haven't seen the world yet, man.
You have to
no 18-year-old right now.
Let me tell you something, because I was one of them.
Come on, man.
That's why. I was one of them, dog. I'm telling you. I was what? Look. We ain't gonna go down that road. I'm gonna tell you, I was one of them.
Wait a minute. Hey, man. Oh my God, man. Who am I talking over here? Hey, if you win 100 grand right now, you in the chat. If you 19, let me know. Oh boy! Hey man, boy, I don't know what I should do now. Oh no! Damn boy, you crazy as hell, man. Let me find out, boy. 100 grand. She's 18 to 80. You better go back to Auntie over there, man. Auntie, 100 grand. Oh my gosh, man. Shit. Man, I appreciate you for calling in, bro. Yes, indeed, man. And
it's alleged, by the way.
Allegedly. Okay, you can put some cover over it. Boy, they gave me some 3rd degrees on the Cassie thing. I said, shoot. And Cassie come out. I really don't hate Puff Daddy or P Diddy. I love him. I said, of course you love him. Gave you $30 million. Yeah, $30 million.
Then we look into that case. To that case and we see why. We're not gonna go off in that. We're gonna go off in
that. Of course I like. She left Diddy and got pregnant 3 times. Like, of course I like Diddy.
and allegedly she was the one that facilitated the whole thing. Oh, I'm talking too much truth. Oh God, I'm talking too much truth.
You telling too much truth, man. We counsel when we don't even know it, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Let me hear you say it, bro.
How about them Cowboys, man? And shout out to the demise of Washington fans. I can't wait to see Louis T. Face when they fall this season.
Yeah, they're gonna fall. They got all type of nicknames for you now in the chat, bro. From 18 grand to freaky grand. All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Jeez, man. Goodbye. Oh my God, 100 grand. You can't take them words back, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Allegedly. All of this is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But 18 to 25, that's young. That's young. That is super young. especially if I'm old enough to be their dad and everything. But hey, it is for what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man, for tuning in for these type of episodes. We had a big super chat from my guy, Smoke One For You, and then Mitch also states that Excel was the last time we lost on Thanksgiving Day. I couldn't decipher it, man. So if you can re-put it in there, let me know. But I don't know what that means. If y'all can decipher that, let me know. And then I wanted to get to my guy Smoke One For You point. He says, Law, I guess our fans say 2 and 5 is Dak Prescott, right? And Parsons states that not a team stats, laughing out loud when we lose is because of Dak on offense and Parsons on defense. I really hate the narrative. Now, the whole argument that wins and losses are not quarterback stats, but it is on the stat sheet. That's the only thing. I can tell you that Troy Aikman won about 89 games in his career, right? It's a stat sheet, so it goes win losses always falls on the quarterback and the head coach. It doesn't falls on the assistant coach. But even though the entirety of the team, and let me make sure I can fact check that, because let me see, how many games did Troy Aikman win? How many games did Troy Aikman won or what have you? And I think 94. So he won 94 games. So in his career, and that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, man, I wish that they can do away with that, but at the end of the day, that's how the things roll, man. Cowboy Nation, that's pretty much how it is, man. I done went longer than what I was supposed to do, about an hour and a half over my time that I was supposed to have been allotted for today. So I gave y'all some overtime work, man. I appreciate you. Oh, the Raiders on Thanksgiving. Shout out to you, Madman. Thank you. Okay, so the Raiders was the last game we lost. And that was a bullshit game because they supposed to, they called a roughing the passer on Parsons in that game. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff. They didn't call some other play and these sorts of things. So it was crazy. But $100,000. Whatever y'all do, don't read that transcript or whatever what's going on with Cassie and Ventura. That's her name. Ventura and Puff Daddy. And free Tory Lanez, man. I feel sad for the brother, man. For what he going through. But neither here nor there. I'm saying that all of the people, man, in trouble right now. Smokey Robinson, they doing investigations on him, and shoot, he's under the same thing that they got Jerry Jones on. But Jerry Jones got long money, man. Money got gray hairs and beards. But my guy, he's under Smokey Robinson and Byron Scott. They going through it right now. And I'm hearing that Chris Brown, he's going through it, man. They ain't gonna let him up out of there. Yeah, Chris Brown gonna go all the way through it. They gonna keep him over there. He's overseas somewhere, and he ain't gonna see the light of day in a long time, y'all. Yeah, so y'all got to be careful, man, and it's crazy. Yeah. So it's a money grab, yeah. My guy Chris Brown, man, they gonna take you down. They taking him down, man. Yeah, Smokey Robinson, everybody, man, shoot. They pulling up stuff from 1934. They like, hey, man, you was at this daycare and somebody did something and you was there, so it's crazy. But keep your head high, and not everybody got the Jerry Jones coins, right? Jerry Jones said, look, I'm going to push it back for 2027, then we can go to courts. Like, Jerry, shoot, you about 94 now. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, if y'all like this show today, let me see ones in the chat. If you like this show today, let me see the ones that's in the chat. If you can't, put the ones in the chat. My girl Auntie says, Rollin Review says, she loves Smokey. Yeah, you wouldn't have went anywhere, you know. Ashley says, F Tory. Tory Lanes was like, hey, I got stabbed 18 times, you know. But that's a whole nother conversation. But shout out to you, Angie. Shout out to you, Matt56, Jameson Taylor. Appreciate you, Freddie. And Mad Max, appreciate everybody for tuning in. With that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Happy Friday to you all. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let friends, let neighbors know where to go. Yes, indeed. Auntie like, man, Smokey, he can't do no wrong to me, you know. Come on, spend the night at my house. Yeah. Low feet don't eat. Yeah. I guess that's what you said, Jerry. Slow feet don't eat. Yeah. Motown legend. I guess you can be a hero long enough to become the villain. That's what's going on, right? Yeah. Get that egg off of your head. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, in departing, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself. Auntie said, Smokey, yes. Oh, my Lord.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been...
Oh, Auntie. Yeah. Smokey one of the ones. Him and Halle Berry Fonte. How you say that man's name? And who else? Doug, was it Billy D. Williams? I know all of them back in the days. I know Auntie. I know. Denzel, is Denzel still on that list? You know, let me know. But if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you look, man, why you put the Atlas man up in there, man? Oh man, y'all are so crazy. I can't even say it no more, man. We just gonna get on up out of here without saying my end quotes, man. I can't do y'all, man, today. Yeah.
How to be an Atlas man. First, gently glide your House of Atlas razor with the grain to ensure a precise...
No doubt. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat forward, fret forward a plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, Auntie, and all of the people that's watching, that if you really want it, you will get it. That's been my time. I'm Law Nation, and I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it. Tell her run it up.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell her run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell her run it up, I wake up,
appreciate you,
thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell her run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell her run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my own.
Yo.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up in that court, I'm Nick McGregor.
Come on, baby.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
Come on with it, baby. He got 7 rings now, though. Let's get it.
Yeah. No drip this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Yeah.
No drip this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games.
Come on
Made
with
some
it.
bad decisions that brought
Appreciate
my
you,
mama
Biggs
pain.
or Briggs.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
They can come closer than
I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, this, tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Shout out to everyone. If your name is on this list as well, do me a huge favor. If you're in the room, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Shout out to the slap. Let's get it. DC for life. And
they understand the cost that is involved.
See y'all. Till next time. Shout out to my guy Slap up in the building. Smoke one for you. Mitch Roman. Lil Wayne. Tupac. Kapow.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out. Breathe you in. Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you.
And you.
For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Just imagine you riding in your 88 Cutlass.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your
Player too.
I'll follow
Wherever you go, whatever you do. The OGs, my guy. OG Flow, my guy, man, my guy. In the building. Shout out to my guy, OG Flow. And another one. I bumped into OG Flow at Walmart. All in one.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go. Whatever you do, play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna be together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs this. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronic,
Let me pull up my guy. OG. I see you, man. I'm gonna pull him up, man. I was at Walmart, man, and I bumped into OG, man.
Hey, Law, man.
Yeah.
Law Nation, strictly the truth, man.
on,
hey, this Dallas scene, he built it.
Yeah.
I mean, on YouTube, he
Come
built
on with
it,
it.
and
Come
y'all
on with
gotta
it.
know that. Hey, this OG Flow. Now,
OG
Law
Flow.
don't even know who I am.
OG.
Oh, you ain't know? That's my real name.
Hey, he's an OG original over here.
No,
and hey, we getting it going the best way possible.
You know, I do my
Cowboy
music.
Nation, you do music.
I do my music.
You do
OG
music?
Flow. That's what
OG
I'm saying.
Flow. Come on, let's hear
Flow.
something there.
Well, OG Flow. I want you to. I got some. Hey, you go check out my content. I ain't trying to be.
No, where they can find and follow you at then?
Flizzo Music, OG Flow.
Okay.
Everywhere. On everything.
On every name.
OG Flow, FLO. On
Yeah,
everything.
Flow.
Law Nation, man. Y'all better get with it. Y'all better get with it.
And
Y'all
remember,
for sure.
you're listening to
Nothing but the best.
Let's
baby.
go, baby.
Nothing but
All
the
right.
best.
I'll see you in a few, bro. All right. OG Flow. OG.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close the doors. Ushers, close the doors.
Close the doors,
Close the
baby.
doors. Close the doors.
Until next time.
We all gonna
Peace.
leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the,
Until next time. Peace.
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Now y'all don't want to call
Giving
and
is
check on
worship.
the pastor.
This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people.